Guys, in taking the thumbnails for this, I could not have chosen like a worse shirt. I'm sorry. This is just me though. All right, get ready with me to possibly film a spin class. I don't know. I haven't planned the class. That's why I'm hesitant, because I don't know. I just can't go in without a plan. That's why I'm going to keep these videos on this channel super raw and unedited for the most part. I've never done my makeup this far away from a mirror. Usually it's like next to a window, and then I suction cup this onto the window so I get natural light. Always do your makeup in the worst possible conditions, which is natural light. First things first, we have a brand new product to try that I'm so excited for. I'm filming this on Valentine's Day, and I treated myself to Charlotte Tilbury. We got the Flawless filter. If you're into makeup, then you probably already tried it. I haven't bought new makeup in so long. I also got samples of the Magic Cream. I'll test them out another time when I'm close to a mirror, closer. But that's gonna be fun to try. But today we're just gonna try the Flawless filter for Superstar Youthful Glow. I'm excited. I got the shade 4 medium. I went super dark because I was watching Paige Lorenz and she had this and she went super, super dark. I didn't go as dark as her, but it makes sense. It's kind of like using the Drunk Elephant debronzy, which I'm not going to use today because I want to try this out on its own. It's a little bit of an experiment. It looks like I need to shake it more. Yeah, so 4 medium, olive. I don't know, the camera that I use really washes me out. I'm using the same camera that I had for my original Beauty Guru days. Well, I started out with a webcam, but I like to go with an olive undertone. Ordered it straight from Charlotte Tilbury. Does anybody notice how Sephora doesn't have good deals these days? You just have to go straight to the source. Okay, this is what it looks like. Should I just dab it on my face? It's not hygienic. Oh my god. I'm just gonna go crazy. Doesn't even look that dark. Okay, is that too much? We'll see. I love the packaging and the color scheme. I'm just using my hands clearly. Do we even notice a difference? So it just looks like I put highlighter all over my face. Kind of want more. Okay, we're going to go a little bit more just to really see how it sets. Hopefully the mic isn't too low. I'm not really talking that loud. Lots of people use brushes for this part. Comment below if you're more of a fan of short form content. I feel like no one makes just long form, like chill makeup videos anymore. Which is why I'm just doing it. I'm gonna be the only one. Okay. Wow, I feel refreshed. Overall, so far, looks pretty good. I think I'm happy with it. Oh my gosh, I love the undertones. Really brings out my eyes. My tired eyes. I did not get a good sleep last night. I keep all the packages. I don't know. Maybe I'm a hoarder. I just like keeping things pristine. Did I make a mistake already? I think I got too excited. Because now I want to put my primer over it. Do I just use this as a primer? I think I got too excited. Okay, normally I would use a primer with that. So this is going to be a true test. The primer that I use is the Ordinary. I just use the Ordinary. They keep marking up their prices a little bit on Sephora. Skincare-flation. But this has been better than, I've tried so many primers and just samples of primers, and this is still, like the cost, it's basically free. And it lasts so long. This is like my third over the course of like 10 years. I don't know, 10 years, maybe 7. I'm gonna take some Vaseline. Maybe I will. Okay, I'm just gonna do something a little, because I just don't trust that this is just gonna like set. This is all over the place, but it's my first makeup video, guys. I'm just gonna do in my T-zone. It's the High Adherence Silicone Primer. Because I don't need shine there anyways. And I'm just like pressing it really into the pores. I do my makeup differently, so I don't know how I'm gonna like incorporate that filter. Maybe right before foundation next time. Been watching too much ASMR. Does anybody else do that? Do your makeup? Just watch ASMR? Okay, let's see. The mirror situation was throwing me off as well. Okay, we like that. Okay, awesome. So far, so good. We're gonna add some MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extend Eye Base. I put this on my eyelids, and then I also go in and put some on my nose to make sure that nothing sinks into my pores on my nose, which I have and everybody has. I think the world needs more makeup tutorials and videos from people that are Instagram models like me. You're like, no, the world does not need more of this, Kirsten. Okay, I feel like we already have way too much product on our faces. So maybe that's like a little life hack for you. Use the MAC Prep and Prime on your nose and anywhere that you just like don't want foundation to set into pores. I have pores in my T-zone and on my nose. They're not as big as like they used to be bigger around here, and they just gradually got smaller, so that's great. Truly. All right, so now we're good to go. I don't do my foundation. My foundation is like one of the last things I do. Next, I'm gonna go in, everything's in boxes. The Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. I'm just using my fingers. Everything cream is finger time. And I will never change. I feel like I've done my makeup the same for so long that I really don't need to get super close to the mirror anyways. But that being said, I'm used to being so close to the mirror that it might turn out botched at the end. Everything's gliding on super smooth with the Pro or the Flawless filter. It's great, but it's also concerning me that my whole entire face is just gonna slide off. So I'm really gonna have to set this. Okay. Sorry if the aesthetics of this video aren't the greatest, but like I said, I'm just gonna keep these videos low-key. If you're watching this from my main channel, let me know what you think. Maybe you can use these videos just when you're doing your makeup too. We can do our makeup together. Okay. Also, something about my face. I don't know why I said also, because, well, yes, I talked about my pores, but like, does anybody else around the corner of your eyes, like it's darker and it just never covers up? I think it's because the skin is so sensitive that it's like permanently stained. I don't know what else to call it. Like, why is it like that? I maybe need a heavier duty concealer. Got our base down. Now what I do is I go in and do my contour. Apparently this is like a trick from TikTok, but I've been doing this for years. I'm just gonna, because you want it to like look as hidden as possible. Like with makeup, the strategy is always to just enhance. And another trick of the trade, Sephora always has those free samples and they give you so much foundation in the samples and concealer that they will last you forever if you're storing them correctly. So you never really have to pay for contour. I just use the darkest shades right now. I've been using this for like over a year. It's the, I don't even know if they make this foundation anymore. Foundation plus concealer. Danessa Myricks Beauty. Actually, I've seen that logo before recently when I bought my Rare Beauty bronzer stick that I'll show you later. So I'm using this Vision Cream Cover. We need like, bring back the cool names. So I just use the darkest shade. And then even after I'm done this one, I still have a full new little packet to go through. And it's cool toned, so it's perfect. But all that is a long way of saying that I use this. I just contour. And when you do your foundation, it blends it out more, but you do want it to be a little bit of a hard line because you're going to blend it out. So that's what I do. And I'm going to use this in the crease of my eye before I set that paint pot. The paint pot. So I like to do, I don't know if this is redundant, but I do basically all of my cream products underneath my foundation, and then I'll go back over top with more cream products and then powders. I don't know if this is like revolutionary or just silly Billy. That's what I do. Okay. I don't even know what shade this is, honestly. N09, if that helps anybody. Maybe I'll try to get like some Sephora affiliate links. I think it's pretty easy to join their program. If you want to support me, since this channel is not monetized in any way, this is just a passion project. So I'm not too picky with like the contour product that I use. It's based on whatever free sample I have. Always with the deals. Wow. That filter is really helping me out. Usually I have to check and make sure that it's not like sticking in any of my pores. I'm sorry if this is like, we're all normal human beings, okay? We all have pores. My skin is not perfect, but one big thing is that like even the pores like around your hairline, or maybe it's just the hair follicles, that's the word. It'll get trapped there and it'll just look like dotty. If I'm making any sense, so I just want to hide that as much as possible. That's what we look like right now. All right, so now we're gonna do, no matter what, I have a double chin. It's just the structure of my face. I can't help it. Also, my jaw has definitely moved over the years from grinding my teeth. I'm just being honest. I have to sleep with a mouth guard. I started grinding my teeth when I went away to school in BC. And it has not stopped. So that's a problem. And the good thing with this, it's like almost foolproof because we're going over everything with foundation anyways. Like I said, my mirror is right here, so. Sorry if the aesthetics are not incredible. Double chin is gone, slightly. And then the last thing is we're gonna go in our crease of our eye, and I think I'm gonna use the closer mirror for this. Oh, that's a lot, girl. Okay. A little heavy-handed. Sometimes I forget how much I've had on my finger. Whoops, it is. It's fine though, because we're going over everything. You're literally just accentuating the crevices that you already have on your skin darker. Okay? We're not like, well, I'm sure some people do. I just stick with what I have and I don't, like, I don't do the nose contour to make my nose look smaller. Not playing games here. This is my nose. Love it or leave it. I actually love my nose. I know it's big, but I love that. I don't get why people, well, I get why people get nose jobs. But like, your nose is such a distinguishing feature that like bonds you with your ancestors, you know? And also, don't you want your kids to look like you? It's gonna be so crazy when this generation starts having more and more kids that are growing up and nobody looks like their mom because their mom had so much work done. Not to be spicy. So we got our cream products. We're still not done. We're gonna go in with some cream blush. and maybe some powder highlighter before we even, actually before that, we're gonna set our eyes before it starts to crease even more. And I'm gonna use my Bobbi Brown eyeshadow in Bone. This was actually free with my purchase. Sephora doesn't always have the best deals. Did I mention that already? Always check out the actual brand these days, because if you sign up for their emails or something, you get percentage off. Usually it's 15%, but Bobbi Brown, which I actually love, Bobbi Brown always has like 20% off and deals where you get like so many extra deluxe samples and full-size samples. So if you ever want to buy Bobbi Brown, just go straight to Bobbi Brown. Don't even check out Sephora. Well, I mean, you can, but you're probably going to get way better deals going to the actual brand itself. That's what I found. So if I do have my Sephora affiliate links down below, if I'm able to get on the program, always just like, you can use it to check out the product, but still go to the brand. That's my little trick for you. Charlotte Tilbury, I got that 15% off. I would have to wait for a Sephora sale, like, to get that. Okay. I like my eyes a little bit brighter. I like this, but I would not repurchase it. But I like the other products from Bobbi Brown that I have. This is just like too chalky. I need to go in with something. So this is like random. I don't even know where you get it, but it's the Color Institute. And I like to go over this. I use a yellow toned eyeshadow to bring out the green blue of my eyes. I do need to invest in some better eyeshadows, but like I said, I really haven't bought makeup in a long time. I think a lot of millennials got burnt out from makeup from all the beauty guru days. And honestly, Sephora keeps raising their prices. I'm gonna take some tea. All right, so I'm just gonna go in with my crease color too. And I usually just bounce around from a matte to a matte. And I'll use my bronzer. So for the bronzers that I'm using right now for the powder, I have a cream one that I'm gonna use after I do my foundation, but I have these, the NARS Laguna, which is almost gone, and the Faux Tan from bareMinerals. Both are great, and I highly recommend. Laguna is not special. Everybody knows about it. Well, it is special. That's why everybody knows about it. Then I'll just take my brush in the top lid, because for this, if you've never tried bareMinerals, all of their products are like, you have to tap it into the lid to get the product out. There's only a little bit left, but the lid has lots of remnants, so I just use that. And I really am not good at doing my eye makeup. Over the years, I've just realized that if it's not a skill of yours, don't try to do it, because it just looks horrible. I need to get better with my hair though. Hair is different. But for the most part, just go simple when it comes to eyeshadow. Just do a good brightening color all over the lid, and then a matte brown that complements your skin tone in the crease, and you're done. Call it a day. That's my motto when it comes to eyes. All right, so we got one done. Are you guys like, how is this girl? Like, how does the finished product come out the way it does? If you're coming from my main channel, after seeing my bare face and my process so far, some of you guys are shocked. I'm just being real, guys. I'm just trying to save you money too. Don't buy cream contour. Sometimes you don't even need to buy concealer. Samples over everything. That's the one benefit of using Sephora, is you get all those freebies. Well, technically they're not free if you're using your points. It's like $100. But you know what I'm saying. Although companies have started to catch on, like I said, with Bobbi Brown, you can get so many freebies. All right, those are our eyes. Eventually, because I feel like I want my eyes to be brighter. I'll go back over it before I do my eyeliner with like some kind of brighter eyeshadow, but that's in the future. So I wonder how long this video is already. All right, cream blush, and then we're gonna start our foundation. Maybe conceal some of the red marks. Okay, so for cream blush that I use for underpainting, as the kids say these days, I have these so many samples, guys. The multi-stick in Papaya is my go-to. And then I have these Tower samples. I'm not sure if I'm a true fan. Maybe it's just the colors or the staying power of the Tower 28 blushes. It's just not it for me, but I still use them. So I'm gonna go in with Papaya. Like I said over and over again, we're going over this with foundation. So if you go a little bit extreme, that's actually better because you're gonna dull down the colors when you go over with foundation. Okay, so we are channeling some clown vibes. All right, final step before we actually do our foundation is we're gonna go in with some highlight. I'm gonna use this. Don't waste your money on this. It's Hourglass Ambient lighting palette. This is like 80 bucks Canadian. I was gifted this from someone who was gifted it, or they had it, but they weren't using it, which is understandable because the color payoff is horrible and it's chalky. But that being said, you can still work with it. So see how chalky that was? It's probably not coming up. Super subtle. That's why I use it under, because it just gives you the glow. But a cream one is what I'm going to go over everything with when I want the foundation, when I'm at the foundation stage. Okay, this is what we look like before foundation. And here we go. Did I wash my makeup brushes recently? I feel like I just washed them. Yeah, okay, so they're clean. Clean as can be. This is a foundation that I've been using for 3 years now. This is like my 4th one. I still have all of the empties. But this is the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation SPF 15 full cover. It's not full cover. It does have oil-free shine control. So the thing I noticed about this, unlike any other foundation that I've tried in the past, I will invest in foundations. This is actually not that expensive, especially if you get it 25% off. The thing about this is it goes on a little bit drying, but then by the time you're done your makeup and it's settled, it actually looks better than when you first applied it, which I think is different than a lot of foundations, which look really good when you first apply them and then they just do not sit well at all. This is in the shade Natural, again with the olive undertones. It's probably too dark for me if I wasn't perpetually fake tanned, but I am. So this is N052 Natural, like I said. That's what it looks like. It's very olivey. I'm just going to start with 2 pumps. We didn't end up going in with concealer, so we'll do that after if we need to. Yeah, you're probably like, why is she going in this order? I do my eyebrows and my eyeliner last now because I found that it just doesn't look good or as precise once I've gone over everything with foundation. As you can tell, I'm a little bit crazy. Am I the only person that doesn't use a beauty blender these days? I feel like it's much more practical and hygienic to use a brush. I'm also very old school, but this is basically like a beauty blender. It's super dense, and I'm just like this, like pushing it so hard into your pores. I have the most pigmentation right here, like on my cheeks. So when I dab my brush into it, I usually just go right under my contour so that it cleans up the contour and covers up where I need it most. And then I go light-handed pretty much like everywhere else. The camera just turned off. Had to turn it back on. Because I'm going to go in with concealer under my eyes anyways. I'm not going to pack product there. And also the thing about this product is a little does not go a long way. But it lasts so long. Like I could film a spin class in this and then go outside and run errands without it looking bad, which says a lot. And I don't know if SPF in foundation does anything, so definitely still apply your SPF, girl. But I'm probably not going to leave my house today. It's Valentine's Day. Oh gosh, back in the dating game. Back in the dating game. I'm scared. Luckily, the guy that I'm talking to is very patient. Because I'm like, I don't want to go on a date. I'm scared. But I think we're going to go next week and do something. So I have to get my ish together and start looking presentable so that I'm not the catfish. Okay, let's see if we can finish our makeup in 10 more minutes because the light is blinking at me. This is what we look like right now. Also, I know there's a word for this, but my upper lip has like, it's like darker. Melasma? Or is it just age spots? And I try not to put too much foundation into my smile lines because I'm always smiling and laughing. And there's a little crease. Make sure your foundation is non-comedogenic, if that's how you say it. So it doesn't clog your pores, girl. Not bad. This part is exhausting. See, it's not full cover. You can't fool me. It's so hard to find a foundation that hits or checks all the boxes. Like you can love the color of a foundation, but then it doesn't wear well. Or a foundation that wears really well doesn't have like your holy grail color. The Dior Skin used to be my holy grail, but they changed the formula and it's never been the same. If they even still make it. Okay. We're done with that. I'm going to go back in with some Vaseline. I don't even think I want to go over with concealer because, well, maybe like right here. Okay, but we're doing our under eyes now. So I'm going to go in first with the Corrector in Light Bisque from Bobbi Brown. Used it a lot and it's lasted a long time. It's actually so hard not being super close to a mirror. This is like the no mirror makeup challenge, essentially. And then I try to tackle the dark edges of my eye, but it never works out. But I refuse to quit. Okay. The Becca Smashbox, I guess Smashbox bought Becca, but that under eye brightener is really good as well. And this is why I don't do my eyeliner yet, because I'm like touching the edges of my eye anyways. So got that. Let's double check in this close magnifying glass. Yeah, so we're just gonna add some concealer over top of what we did. And I might have to wash my hands. Usually I wash my hands after that part. This creamy concealer is almost done. Definitely need to get a replacement. I'm gonna go right there, finish what's left on my hand. I don't add too much under eye concealer because that corrector is there anyways. I mainly just add the concealer to change kind of the color because that bright pink just is not it. And then I'm just gonna go between my eyebrows for a little extra brightener. And maybe right here. Oh, this one spot will not go away. Okay. We're going to do our cream. No. We're going to set that under eye first. With this Hourglass Veil translucent powder. Actually, I need this. Wow, hasn't creased yet. That flawless filter is really pulling through. It'll be interesting if I use it with the magic cream, if it's actually magical. It'll be also interesting to use it with the primer first. Honestly, I thought the shade 4 was going to be so stinking dark, and it wasn't. I actually would prefer if it was a little bit darker, especially with summer coming right around the corner. Wow, guys, I thought my makeup was going to turn out horribly because I'm basically doing it without mirror or lighting. But that flawless filter is insane. That must be it. I also got back on my skincare game with that hyaluronic acid from Ordinary because I ran out a while ago. So that might be it. Like, I'm trying to set it right now because I can tell she's going to crease. But that being said, even though I'm setting it with powder, I feel like the glow is still staying. The nose is always the first to go. I usually don't touch my cheekbones too much. Like just whatever's left in here. Not a lot of powder. Everything is like super minimal. I'm shocked there's even like anything in here. You know, I'm just like pretending that there's still powder on the poof and going everywhere. Okay. I'm just gonna dab this used to be my old foundation brush before I upgraded. I'm just gonna somewhat set the foundation on my neck. At this point, I use the same foundation color all year. The only thing that changes is the degree to which I have to bring it down my neck. And I always wear turtlenecks, so. So, we look amazing. Okay, I'm gonna really quickly wash my hands and then do bronzer. Time is of the essence. Should I just do an outro now? Thank you so much for watching my Get Ready With Me. The camera died. I just ripped this. This is Happy Soul. I mainly got it because it's the only affordable cream bronzer out there these days. I don't know what's happening. This was amazing and it lasted me multiple years, at least 4. They've discontinued it. This was the Tropic Equinox. And it was so affordable. They must have been losing money because they gave you so much product. There's still some highlight, but the cream bronzer, so stinking good. So now I got this Happy Soul. I got it yesterday. And I'm not drawing on my face like all these TikTok psychos. I don't get that. I feel like TikTok is giving people bad habits. Never just draw on your face. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this, but it's the only affordable bronzer. All the other shades were actually sold out, so I was kind of forced to get Happy Soul. It does look very natural, and it's not glittery, but it does have some luminosity. And it says it's cool toned, which I watched a lot of reviews, and a lot of people were upset that it wasn't cool enough toned. But it's a bronzer. Like, no matter what, even if it says cool toned, it's still bronzer. Like, that's like complaining that a blush that is marketed as like beige complaining that the blush is pink. Obviously, it's going to be warm. It's just of the warm, it's more cool, which I agree. So I'm just putting that on my cheekbones. So I can't really say whether or not I recommend it. I think people's standards have really gone downhill. Like compared to all the products I tried, it's not like mind-blowing, but it is good. Maybe it's just because so many people are trying so much makeup that it like makes a mediocre product seem amazing because you're trying all of these makeup products that are just not good. If that makes any sense. Comment what you guys think below. Blend, blend, blend. Push it into the skin. Trying to get it into my hairline. Maybe I'll go in under my chin. Like I said, I'm not going to bother with a little nose contour because if you're not skilled at that, you're going to look like a crazy person. Oh my goodness. Oh, one moment, please. Hopefully the mic wasn't messed up this whole time. That's what I get for trying to have fun in my life. Gosh. I don't know if it's just the lighting because I'm used to doing my makeup in the worst lighting possible on purpose. But my pores look great. Some creasing around the smile lines. What do we think? I'm just going to go lightly. I have to try not to waste any product. Waste not, want not. Now we're going to cream blush. Again, I'm going in with some Bobbi Brown. If I can find her in this mess. Oh, she's right here. So this is the Pot Rouge Lips and Cheeks in powder pink. Okay. Oh, there's a little mirror. How handy. And this like melts into the skin, like all cream products. So even if you do go heavy-handed, it settles down. Like by the time I'm done taking my thumbnails, my blush is a normal shade. And my thumbnail pictures really wash me out, so it works out perfectly. Okay, so now we're gonna go over the bronzer. We're still not even done our eyes or eyebrows. And for bronzer, I'm gonna go in with Laguna, like none left. Gosh, all of my makeup products tend to run out at the exact same time. And it's traumatic for my bank. I usually dab, 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 and then blend, blend, blend. I think this is really just out of ritual because I already have that cream now. Nothing is more stressful than having a battery light blink at you for minutes on end. All right, and then just a little bit to set everything under here. Always make sure if you fake tan, you go like behind your ears too, because that's gonna be crazy looking if your whole face is dark. Okay, bronzer is donezo. We're going back in with some blush, some powder this time. I'm gonna go in with Laura. No, I'm looking for NARS. I may have to use Laura. NARS Deep Throat. Oh, there she is. NARS Deep Throat. A little sample. Honestly, don't get mad or mention anything about how a lot of my products are all sample size because they last a long time. Maple syrup. Makeup has a shelf life, guys. So if you're not going to use a product, let's be honest, we all keep our makeup products for eternity. So at least give yourself a fighting chance of using a makeup product up before it goes bad. Because you're going to keep it anyways and still apply it to your face. And then whatever's left on my brush, I just go on my nose and in my crease a little bit to tie everything together. We need a highlighter, and then we're going to start doing our eyes. Usually I would do a cream and then a powder. We're just going to go straight into powder because that Flawless filter's building up pretty nicely. All right, so I'm using the middle one, actually. I should have said in the lighting palette, whatever the middle one is, Incandescent Light. Gosh. Overall, highly recommend that Flawless filter if it lasts a long time. I did look into the e.l.f. dupe, but it looked way too heavy, and like people are making videos saying that it's a good dupe for half the price, but if it doesn't last long, which I don't think it does, then it's not worth it to me. I'd rather spend more and look better for longer. We're going to fix up the eyes. This is going to be the hard part. I'm just using whatever's left on this brush. And then I'm going to go back in with a lighter color. Again, this like no-name palette. And then we're going to do our eyeliner. So I'm going to do my eyeliner off camera and charge the battery a little bit. But I'll come back on for my eyebrows, I think. For my eyeliner, I'm going to use this little Benefit push-up liner brush. It's not even a brush. It's just empty. And then I use this Maybelline Lasting Drama in Blackest Black. So I'm going to go do that now because I need a mirror up close for this. And then I'll come back and see you guys in a second, immediately, with the power of editing. I'm back. I actually finished all of my makeup just because it was easier with the mirror that close. And my pores have never looked better. This Flawless filter, or maybe it's because I just like piled all of my primer into my T-zone, but you guys need to check that out. The Flawless filter, we'll see how it wears, but for now, this is awesome. So first of all, if you want to check it out, just go to Charlotte Tilbury, because if you sign up, they give you 15% off. Or if you use Honey. I used Honey and I just tried all the coupons and I got 15% off. So I still have an additional 15% off to use. When I checked out, they gave me like a referral code. Anybody can get this. And I think the referral program sucks because it's like, I can give you guys $30 off $150 in exchange for if somebody uses it, then I get $30 off $150. But I'm like, I just spent money at your store. I'm not spending another $150. So if you want to save money and you're going to spend that much, you basically get $150 worth of product for $30 off. I wonder if you can use it with the discount code. Anyways, if you want, it'll be down below. So I just finished my makeup using the eyeliner that I mentioned. Then I went in with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in taupe. Super light with the hand. I used this little Morphe M165 brush. I think it's for eyeliner, but I use it in my brows. And then for clear gel, little sample size from Anastasia, whatever. The clear brow gel. This has lasted me a really long time. Another point perk. It's great, but I think you can just buy like a $5 clear mascara like that Maybelline one, Great Lash. Just buy that in clear and use that on your eyebrows. I'm sure it's the exact same. And the Ilia mascara, the birthday gift, never buy mascara. You can always use your points or get it somehow, some way for free, okay? So don't buy mascara. But I use the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara, and it's pretty good. It doesn't run, which is wild. So this is like sweat-proof makeup, guys, because I'm going to go film a spin class. If I have anything linked down below, because I don't know how much time that will take. I used so many products to get this finished look. They might be Sephora affiliate links, so if you want to support this channel, this brand new channel, you can check that out. And that's it. Check out my main channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, cheers. I had so much fun spending time with you guys. If you're from my main channel, comment down below if you enjoyed this little ramble for however long this was. You guys are the best. And that wraps this up. I will see you guys later. Bye. I don't know. Comment, subscribe. What do the kids say these days for the beauty videos?